and welcome. This is the Board Game Man, and my name is Dracul. Today, we go back to 1968, where we are going to review and show you how to play Dark Shadows. Alright, welcome to the Gamer's Table. Here is the box of Dark Shadows. This is pretty amazing. I can't believe how good condition this is. As you open this up, you can see very little instructions in the inside of the box. Very short, because it's a very easy game to play. But I love the artwork on this. Now here's the actual board, if you want to call it a board. It's actually paper. So let's put this aside for a second. Actually, here's the inside, which I think is really cool. You actually have it on the inside as well, along with the cards and the markers, which are just in immaculate shape. Let me see if I can... Actually, this is a pretty big board. Or paper board, whatever you want to call it. So let me move that over there. Okay. Easily, very carefully open this up. And this is just... It just blows me away. Look at how cool this is. Oh, it's as big as my table. Jeez, look at this. Look at the artwork on this. Let me see if I can bring this up closer to the... There's the start, and you go up and around. I mean, just the artwork on this is just amazing. And you got the wolf there. You got all sorts of cool stuff going on with this. Let me see if I can tip it down this way. You can see more. I mean, check out the bloody hand. I mean, you got the little graveyard there, and then we go down farther, and you got the cat, the black cat. You got the little rat on the side. You got the little gates at the entrance. Then you have the little mummy-looking guy right there, the skull and crossbone. You got another rat up there. I mean, just the artwork on this is just amazing. I mean, look at that. That is pretty darn cool. Look at that. You got the raven. The dog. So that is really cool. So let me put this back down. Yeah, it's actually the size of my table. Wow. So the object of the game is you're trying to go, obviously, from start all the way over to the finish line. And you'll see some different items on the board here. Let me show you the cards. I'm going to reach over here and grab the cards. There should be 52 cards that come with the set. So hopefully when you get it, it's 52. And these cards are in mint condition. I mean, these things are in great, great condition. They have green, it says Dark Shadows on it. I mean, these are just not one crease, not one bend. I was just amazed at this. And you can see here is the work on the cards. You have bats, you have daggers, spiders, and you also have... Check what else is in here. Little, I don't know if you want to call those little cauldrons, whatever you want to call those. The the poison. I think it's technically called poison in the game. Then you have the vampire cards. Here, I'll turn it this way so they're not upside down. You got some vampire cards in here, and you have the very rare. And there's only, I believe, there's only 4 of these in the whole deck. Is Barnabas. We only have 4 of those. And you'll see there's different colors. And you'll see there's, let me see here. I'll show you, see there's some in black, some in red, and so on the top where the normal spaces are. And then you have the bats. And 2, if it's 2, then you have 2 items on there. If it's 1, you only have 1 on there. And so on. It's really, really cool. So what you do is when you start off with the... Oh, let me show you the markers. Let me show you. Here are the player markers. These are cool. You have a grandfather clock. And they all come with little bases. You got a wolf. And then you have a candle. And then you have a gravestone. Here lies the departed. So these are the 4 markers that you use to go around on the board. And these are actually in awesome condition as well too. I'm just blown away by that. And this is the little thing that they came in. Okay. Now, like I said earlier, the object of the game is getting to start to finish, but it's getting to the finish line is how you do this. What you do is you may choose a path. There's different paths you can move along the way. As you see, you start up here, you have a bat, then you have to play a dagger. You're moving one space at a time. Okay? If the square is red or black, a card with that same color symbol must be played. So like I told you earlier, you saw some have black and red on the top. So if it's black on the top, you can play a black spot. If it's red on the top, you play a red spot. If it's a bat, you play a bat. If it's a dagger, you play a dagger. If red is poison. So what you're doing is, let me see here, I believe, shuffles 4 cards to each player. So what you'll do is we'll do a quick little 2-player here. And let's see, we'll do the gravestone and we'll do the grandfather clock. We'll put these 2 on here, we'll put these 2 back in the box. And what you do is after you shuffle these, I'll kind of shuffle these up a little bit here just to kind of show you a little bit. Obviously, we're not going to do a whole game because this would take a little while here. So what you do is you're going to do 4 cards to each player. 2, 3, and 4. Obviously, you put this in the draw pile, and then you have the discard up here. So you put the cards right there. Player 1 is going to look at his cards. And you see I have bats, and I have, and actually I have 2 Barnabuses here and a vampire. That's actually pretty cool. And I have bats. Okay, so what we're going to do is, in the first move I'm going to make is the bat. You can see bat is the very first symbol on the board. So I can use the bat to move 1 space. So I'm sorry. What you do first of all is you take a card. I'm sorry. You draw a card. You always draw a card regardless. You draw the card. And then you see what you want to play. You have a bat. You can play the bat in the discard pile. And you move up to the grandfather clock first to the next spot. Okay? And the second player goes. Second player looks. Obviously I didn't shuffle these very well. Now he has to draw a card. And you can see that we have all sorts of vampires. This would normally not happen. I just didn't seem to shuffle these very well. Let me get some of their cards in here. There we go. Sorry about that. Not good planning on my part here. But I want to show you kind of how these movements go. And so that's why I got too many of these Barnabas vampires, which are very rare in this game. You wouldn't have them all in one shot. But I do want to keep Barnabas. I'll keep these 3 in there. I'll do this. That way I can show you later on what happens. So the first player goes to the bat because he has a bat. Okay. Then the second player will have his 4 cards. He draws 1. And he needs a bat in order to move. Well, he has a bat here, so we're going to put the bat right here and put it on the spot. It doesn't matter if you're on the same spot. There is no knocking back to start or anything like that. It's not that kind of a game. So, and that ends player 1. And player 1's going to look at his cards. He sees that he needs, let me move this up to the side so you can actually see. He needs a dagger for his next move. So if I don't have a dagger, what happens is I have to discard any card that I have in my stack. Okay? So what he's going to do, I have 2 of these number 2s with the spiders. So I'm going to go ahead and discard one of those, and my turn is over. Player 2 is going to look at his. He's going to draw a card. He's going to see he has a Barnabas, but he does have a dagger. So he's going to go ahead and play the dagger, and he's going to move to the second space up. And that's all you do is you move 1 space at a time for each card you get. Here's player 1. Player 1's going to draw a card. Actually, that should be down there, sorry. Draws a card. He does not have a dagger to move forward, so now he has to discard a card here. Goes back to player 1. Player 1 does have a poison, which is good, because poison is the next step, so poison goes up 1 spot. Okay? So we have it 4 at all time. I'm messing up on that. Player 2, he has 4 cards here. He's going to go ahead and draw. He has another spider, but he needs to get to dagger is next, so he won't be able to use that. So I'm going to put the spider here. Now, so that's pretty much how you go back and forth. If you don't have the next spot that you need, then you just discard another card that you won't need, and that's it. So that's what you do every turn is you draw a card, you look to see what you need next. You don't have it, you put it there. If you do have it, you place it there, you move up 1. Okay? Now when you reach up here to the 2, you have a choice. Whether you want to take the shortcut, which is very, very tough to do because you have to have a Barnabas, Vampire or Barnabas, or Vampire or Barnabas in order to go through here. Otherwise, you have to go around this way. And now you make another choice here, whether you want to, if you have 2 more daggers, you make a shortcut here. But if you don't, you have to go all the way around. The black only means if you have a black card, and the red only means if you have a red card. So that's all that is there. And that's pretty much all you do. So when you come up here, say player 1's here, he needs a Barnabas in order to do it. Guess what? I have a Barnabas card. So what you can do is you can play that Barnabas card and move 1 space over here. But you got to be a little careful because you got to make sure that you have these other 2 cards here. Now for the Barnabas space, you cannot use a Vampire. You can only use Barnabas. But these next 2 have Vampire and Barnabas, so you can use either one, whatever one. So say you're a player 2 here and you have all these Vampire and Barnabases. Obviously, you do want to play the Vampire card before any kind of Barnabas, because Barnabas is very, very rare, as I showed you at the beginning. There are more Vampires than Barnabases in the game. So if you play a Vampire, you can move. Here's Barnabas. You have a Vampire, you move here. Say in your next turn, you play another Vampire, you're good to go. You complete that shortcut, and all you need is a spider, which will be here. Use a spider, and boom. And then you're on your way. You didn't have to go all the way around here or take that shortcut. There's another shortcut here, or you can go around. And in this case, if you want to go this way, you have the Barnabas Vampire, or you want to go around this way. And then you also have some other shortcuts here, 3 different shortcuts that go all the way around. And that's pretty much how you play. You're going to play 1 card at a time, discard, move 1 space at a time as you go around the board. And the first person to finish, which looks like you need a poison at the finish line there, wins the game. And there you have it, Dark Shadows from 1968. I was really excited when I found that one. That was really good. This was a Letgo app purchase. So, but anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, please click on the like button down below. And please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you would like to be notified when our next video will appear on YouTube. And until next time, thank you so very much and happy gaming.